My name is Chloe. I work with Michael. He is smart, funny, and married. We became close friends. But now I have feelings for him. I know it's wrong. Every day is painful, hiding how I truly feel. I work in an office. It is a big office in a tall building. Many people work there. My job is to help with papers and schedules. It is a busy job. I like my work. It keeps me occupied. Before Michael came, my life was simple. I went to work. I came home. I read books. I watched movies. Sometimes, I met my friend Sarah for coffee. It was a quiet life. Maybe a little too quiet. Then Michael started working at our office. He came about a year ago. I remember his first day. He looked a little lost, like everyone on their first day. My boss asked me to help him, to show him where things were, how our office worked. "Chloe, this is Michael," my boss said. "Michael, Chloe will help you get settled." Michael smiled at me. It was a kind smile. He had warm brown eyes. He said, "Thank you, Chloe. I appreciate it." His voice was nice too, calm and friendly, so I helped him. I showed him the coffee machine. I showed him the printer. I told him about our projects. He learned very quickly. He was smart. He asked good questions. We started talking a little each day. Small talk, about work, about the weather, about a funny thing that happened in the office. Michael was also very funny. He could tell a good story. He made people laugh. Even our serious boss would smile at his jokes. I liked that about him. He made the office feel lighter, brighter. He was always kind, not just to me, but to everyone. If someone looked stressed, he would ask if they needed help. If someone did a good job, he would tell them. He was just a good person. We started to have lunch together sometimes, with other people from our team at first, then sometimes just the two of us, if everyone else was busy. We would go to the small cafe near our office. We talked about many things, books we liked, movies we had seen, our dreams for the future. It was easy to talk to him. I felt comfortable. I felt like he understood me. I knew he was married. He mentioned his wife, Laura, a few times. Not often, but sometimes. He would say, "Laura and I went to a nice restaurant last weekend." Or, "Laura loves that kind of music." It was normal. Many people at work were married. I did not think much about it. He was my friend, a good friend. That was all. Or so I thought. Slowly, something started to change. Inside me. I did not notice it at first. It was like a tiny seed, quietly growing. I started to look forward to seeing him at work, more than usual. My heart would do a little jump when he smiled at me. When he said, "Good morning, Chloe," I told myself it was just because he was a good friend. Everyone likes to see their friends, right? But then the feelings got stronger. I started to notice small things about him. The way he would run his hand through his hair when he was thinking. The way his eyes crinkled at the corners when he laughed. The color of his favorite coffee mug. These small things felt important to me. Too important. One day I was having a very bad day. I made a mistake on an important report. My boss was not happy. I felt terrible. I was sitting at my desk, trying not to cry. Michael came over. He leaned down and said softly, "Hey, are you okay? You look upset." I looked up at him. His eyes were full of concern, genuine concern. I just shook my head. I could not speak. He said, "Let's go get some coffee. My treat." So we went to the cafe. I told him about my mistake. I told him how stupid I felt. He listened. He did not interrupt. He just listened. When I finished, he said, "Chloe, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone. Even the boss. It doesn't mean you are stupid. It means you are human. You can fix it. And you will learn from it." He smiled his kind smile. And I felt a little better. A lot better, actually. He made me feel safe. He made me feel understood. That day, in the cafe, I knew. I knew my feelings for Michael were not just friendship. I liked him. I liked him a lot. More than I should. My heart felt heavy. Because I knew it was wrong. He was married. He belonged to someone else. Laura, his wife. He had made promises to her. He had a life with her. I had no right to feel this way. No right at all. Guilt washed over me. It was a cold, heavy feeling. I felt ashamed. What kind of person falls for a married man? I always thought I was better than that, stronger than that. But my heart did not listen to my head. My heart ached for him. It yearned for him. It was a stupid, foolish heart. Every day became a struggle, a painful, silent struggle. I had to see him at work. I had to talk to him. I had to smile. I had to pretend that everything was normal, that I was just his friend. Inside, I was breaking. Hiding how I truly felt was so hard. It was like carrying a heavy stone on my chest. All day. Every day. Sometimes we would work late on a project together. Just the two of us in the quiet office. The city lights would twinkle outside the window. We would talk about work. And sometimes we would talk about other things. Life. Dreams. In those moments, it was easy to forget. Easy to pretend that we were just two people, connecting. It felt so natural. So right then I would remember Laura, his wife, and the heavy stone would press down on me again. He was always kind to me, always thoughtful. If I looked tired, he would offer to get me tea. If I seemed quiet, he would ask if everything was all right. His kindness was like a knife in my heart. It made me love him more, and it made the pain worse, because I knew his kindness was just kindness, the kindness of a friend. Nothing more. Or was it? Sometimes, a tiny, hopeful voice whispered in my mind, "Maybe he feels something too?" Then I would push that voice away. No, I could not think like that. It was dangerous. It was wrong. I tried to create some distance. I tried to be busier. Tried to avoid being alone with him. I ate lunch at my desk more often. I joined other conversations. It was hard. He noticed. "Chloe, are you avoiding me?" he asked one day. His voice was gentle, but his eyes looked a little hurt. My heart twisted. No, Michael, of course not. I've just been very busy, I lied. My face felt hot. I could not look him in the eye. He nodded slowly. Okay. Well, if you ever need anything, you know I'm here. His words made me want to cry. He was so good, so understanding, and I was lying to him. I was hiding this huge, painful secret. Sometimes I would see a photograph on his phone, a picture of him and Laura, smiling, on a holiday, or at a family event. She was beautiful. They looked happy together. Each time I saw a picture, it was like a small shock, a reminder. This is his life. This is his love. You are not part of it. You can never be part of it. The pain would be so sharp, so intense. I would have to go to the bathroom and take deep breaths, just to stop the tears from falling. My friend Sarah noticed I was different. Chloe, what's wrong? She asked me one day when we were having coffee. You seem sad and quiet, not like yourself. I wanted to tell her. I wanted to pour out all my feelings, all my pain, all my guilt. But I couldn't. How could I say the words? I'm in love with a married man. It sounded so ugly, so wrong, so I just shook my head. I'm just tired, Sarah. Work has been stressful. She looked at me. I knew she didn't believe me. But she didn't push. She was a good friend. But I felt so alone. So completely alone with this secret, this burden. I often wondered about Laura. What was she like? Was she kind? Was she funny? Did she know how lucky she was to have Michael's love, to share her life with him? Sometimes I felt angry at her, a strange, unfair anger. Why her? Why not me? Then I would feel even more ashamed. She had done nothing wrong. She was his wife. I was the one who was wrong. My feelings were wrong. The days turned into weeks. The weeks into months. The pain did not go away. It became a part of me, a dull ache in my chest, always there, sometimes sharp, sometimes just a low throb. I tried to focus on other things. I joined a gym. I started a new hobby. I read more books. I tried to meet new people. But Michael was always there, in my thoughts, in my heart. At work, I watched him. When he wasn't looking, I watched him laugh with others. I watched him concentrate on his work. I watched him be kind and patient and good. And every time my heart would whisper, I love him, and my mind would scream, you can't. He's not yours. There were moments, tiny moments, that gave me a false sense of hope. A shared glance that lasted a second too long. A casual touch of his hand on my arm when he was explaining something. A particular warmth in his smile, just for me. In those moments, my foolish heart would leap. Maybe he feels it too? Then reality would crash back in. He would mention Laura, or he would talk about their weekend plans. and my heart would shatter into a million tiny pieces. Again. It was a cruel cycle. Hope and despair. Hope and despair. I felt like I was on a roller coaster of emotions, and I couldn't get off. I remember one evening, we were the last two in the office. A storm was raging outside. Rain lashed against the windows. Thunder rumbled. We were finishing a very important presentation. We had worked on it for weeks. We did it, he said, smiling, tiredly. Good job, Chloe. We make a good team. You too, Michael, I said. My voice was soft. We stood there for a moment. The only sound was the rain and the quiet hum of the computers. He looked at me. His eyes were serious. Chloe, he began. My heart stopped. What was he going to say? Then his phone rang. He looked at it. It's Laura, he said. His expression softened. I should take this. She worries when I'm late in a storm. He stepped away to answer the call. Hi, honey, I heard him say. Yeah, we just finished. I'll be home soon. Love you too. I turned away. I felt like I couldn't breathe. The words, love you too, echoed in my ears. He belonged to her. Completely. That night, I went home and cried. I cried for all the things I couldn't have, for all the feelings I shouldn't feel. I cried until I had no more tears left. I knew I couldn't go on like this. It was destroying me. This secret love, this hopeless longing. I had to do something, for my own sake. For my own sanity. I started to think about changing jobs, leaving the office, leaving Michael. The thought terrified me. Never seeing him again, never hearing his laugh, never talking to him. It felt like cutting out a part of my own heart. But what was the alternative? To live like this forever? In this constant pain? This constant hiding? No, I couldn't do that. I deserved more. I deserved a chance at real happiness. A happiness that wasn't built on someone else's marriage. I started looking for new jobs. Quietly, secretly. It felt like another betrayal. But I knew it was something I had to do. For myself, it was incredibly hard. Every time I saw an interesting job, I thought, but I won't see Michael. It's okay to feel scared when you have to make a big change. It's okay to feel sad about what you are leaving behind. But sometimes, the hardest choices are the right ones. For you. One afternoon, Michael came to my desk. He looked serious. Chloe, can we talk? He asked. My heart pounded. Sure, Michael. What is it? We went to a small meeting room. We sat down. He looked at me. I've noticed you've been distant for a while now. Is everything okay with you? Did I do something wrong? His genuine concern was almost too much to bear. I took a deep breath. I had to be honest. At least a little bit. Michael, I said. My voice trembled. It's not you. It's me. I've been going through some personal things, and I'm thinking of looking for a new job. His eyes widened slightly. A new job? Why? Are you unhappy here? No, not unhappy, I said. I just, I think I need a change, a fresh start. He was quiet for a moment. Then he said, well, if that's what you feel you need, then I support you. But I'll be really sad to see you go, Chloe. You're a great colleague and a great friend. A great friend. Those words, they were true, and they hurt so much. You're a great friend too, Michael, I managed to say. A tear escaped my eye. I quickly wiped it away. He saw it. He looked at me with such kindness, such gentleness. Oh, how I wished things were different. How I wished I could tell him everything. But I couldn't. I just couldn't. I did find a new job, in a different company, in a different part of the city. The day I told my boss I was leaving, Michael was not in the office. He was on a business trip. Part of me was relieved. I didn't know how I would say goodbye to him. My last day at the office was strange. Everyone wished me well. They gave me a small leaving party. I packed my things. My desk looked so empty. As I was leaving, my old boss handed me a card. "This is from all of us," he said. Later, at home, I opened it. There were many nice messages, and at the bottom, a message in Michael's neat handwriting. He must have signed it before he left for his trip. It said, "Chloe, I'm so sorry to miss your last day. Wishing you all the best in your new adventure. You'll be brilliant. Don't be a stranger. Your friend, Michael." Your friend, Michael. I held the card to my chest, and I cried. Again. But this time, the tears were different. They were sad, yes. But there was also a tiny bit of relief, a tiny bit of hope. The roller coaster was finally stopping. I was getting off. Starting my new job was hard. Everything was new. New people, new systems, new challenges. I missed my old colleagues. I missed the familiar routines. And yes, I missed Michael. Terribly. There were days when the ache in my heart was so strong. I would think about him. I would wonder what he was doing, if he ever thought of me. But I kept going. I focused on my new work. I tried to make new friends, slowly, very slowly. Things started to get a little easier. I learned that sometimes loving someone means letting them go, or rather, letting go of the idea of them, the idea of what could never be. I learned that my happiness cannot depend on someone else, especially someone I cannot have. I learned that I am stronger than I thought. I survived the pain. I am still surviving. It's a long journey. Healing is a long journey. It doesn't happen overnight. There are good days, and there are bad days. But on the good days, I can see a future for myself. A future where I am happy. A future where I find a love that is mine, truly mine. I don't know if I will ever completely stop loving Michael. Maybe a small part of my heart will always belong to that kind, funny, married man. But I know that I cannot let that stop me from living my life, from finding my own joy. Every day is still a bit of a struggle. When I think of him, the pain is still there, a shadow, but it no longer controls me. I am Chloe. And this was my story of loving a man. I couldn't have. It was heartbreaking. It was painful. But it also taught me about myself, about my strength, about my capacity to feel deeply. And it taught me that even in pain, there can be growth. There can be hope. If you are going through something like this, please know you are not alone. It hurts. I know it hurts so much. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to feel the pain. But also, look for the light. Look for your own path to healing. You deserve to be happy, truly happy. My journey is not over, but I am moving forward, one small step at a time, and I believe one day I will be okay, completely okay, and you can be too. Keep going. You are stronger than you think.